Oh my goodness. Well, good evening, you guys. I cannot believe that it's May 8th and I am like floored. I'm floored? That's not a word. I'm blown away and floored that it's going to be like Memorial Day weekend before we know it. I have been loving these accountability exercises, and I happen to think my favorite was this one, the letter to the universe. So does anybody agree that it was just a really, I know Elisa, Andrea, and I were just texting each other, but I have to say, this was my favorite because it got me to put my thoughts on paper like I really never had. So I have to give Andrea a massive shout out because I love the template. I love the exercise. It, for me, flowed and it was easy to follow. And when she came live and did that quick little, hey, don't forget this, like what I can't even remember what you said, Andrea, but like, it really was, it was actually easy. It was really easy for me the way that you structured it. So you have a big gift with that. So I think you're on to something with this teaching freedom thing. So you guys, if you are new and you are not a part of our accountability exercises, that is perfectly fine. This is something that we have tried out. We've never done anything like this before, but it's given us all an opportunity to step outside of our comfort zones, get to know people that we may have not known otherwise as well. And in my opinion, I'm seeing a lot from you all. And I know Andrea can say the same. We're seeing a lot of growth from you guys. We're seeing a lot of new relationships form. And that's the whole purpose. So we're going to wrap up after next week. We're going to do one more fun assignment. And then we're going to go back to just training and doing awesome calls. And we're going to have guest speakers and all that great stuff to serve you guys because that's the true purpose. So if you're not following with the accountability exercises, do not even worry, but maybe think about doing this letter to the universe because guys, it was amazing. And I know we have a couple people that volunteered. Thank you so much to Amy Farron again and Kendall Henderson for volunteering to read your letters to the universe. And Andrea is going to help kind of step in and really just help you guys through your letters and ask some good questions. Kim Nace also volunteered to share, but we wanted to try to keep the call not too long. So we're going to have Kim share on next week's call. But Andrea, do you want to take it from here and focus on the letters and do your thing that you just did?
I think before I do that, I would love if Elisa wouldn't mind sharing what she was just sharing with you, with us, Amanda, on our text, because I think it's a very, very powerful takeaway. So,
yes,
Elisa, do you mind sharing?
Yeah, that's totally fine. Hi, everybody. Before I share my quick little ditty, Andrea, I know that you're with me on this. I just wanted to give a shout out to my accountability buddy, Christina Pearson. She's been a product user for 2 years, and she posted for the first time this week. Today. She posted.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We gotta go show Christina Pearson some love.
Yeah, show her some love if you haven't yet. She's a very cool girl. Okay, so quickly here so we can get to everybody's letter. The letter to the universe, it was funny because I was texting Andrea earlier today and I sat down to write it. And I was texting with her and I was texting with Allie. And like for the first time in a long time, and I don't want to say that things like don't get me excited about this business, but like my letter to the universe gave me like literal goosebumps. And I know people say goosebumps all the time, but like I really had like goosebumps all up and down my arms when I was reading my letter. And what I told Andrea and Amanda tonight was this is sort of like another form of a vision board that might actually be helpful for people that aren't visual. And I'm not visual. I have a vision board. I made it because people told me I should. It's pretty. I've never really been that connected to it. It's under my desk. It sat like on my desk for a while. It didn't inspire me to look at it. And it is pretty. And it's stuff that I've put together that it's like, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this. And for some reason, I just didn't feel it. I'm not artistic. I never have been. My lowest grade in high school was in art. I love writing. I love English. I love the spoken word. So I think for me, for somebody like me, the board couldn't convey the feeling that the letter to the universe did. And so for me, that was really exciting, like writing to the universe, like, you're my homie. You already gave me all this stuff. This is freaking awesome. Like, we're palling, we're having a good time. And actually, like, visualizing these different aspects of my life that I wasn't able to communicate on a board, but I was in written words. So I just wanted to say thanks again, pal of mine, Andrea, for pulling out cool stuff out of me that I've never really thought about before, and I've never been able to put into words. So I appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah. And it's so funny because a handful of you shared your letters with me. Some of you just sharing and some of you looking for some feedback. And it's so funny because you guys know I was an English teacher. And so like I could hear your voice for each one of you whose letters I read. I heard your voice. Amanda, I heard your voice. Elisa, I definitely heard your voice. You know, Amy, I heard your voice. Like, Morgan's not on, I don't think. I think she's traveling, but like I could hear your voice. And it was so cool for me because it took me back to the classroom, and when I would know my students well enough and I would get their essays and I'm like, that's their voice. And so you have so much power in your writing. And I think the more you embrace that and the more you lean into that, and I think unfortunately as adults, you know, we aren't asked to write enough, to write for pleasure. And so hopefully this brought you some insight. And I'm going to segue over to Amy because I think, and she's going to share her letter, and I've already read it, but I have not given her any feedback yet. And guys, my feedback is not critique, right? Like, it's never meant to be critique. It's meant to push you and encourage you and help you grow. And I do have some things that I definitely wanted to coach Amy on with her letter, but let's have her share it first, and then we'll dive into it. You ready, Amy?
Oh, let me make sure she's
You're
in.
good.
Oh,
You're good.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I love this exercise. It actually was not hard for me because I like writing things more than doing the vision board. But all right, let me see if I can figure this out. It's on my computer, so hold on a second. All right. Dear universe, today is a great day. Dan and I both have the day off from work and we get to rest finally. Right now, most days aren't like that. We both work long hours, but I am excited for the future. An opportunity to live life by our design is in our hands and I'm running for it. I'm excited for the people I will meet who also want to design their days. I'm excited to empower and inspire others to be visionaries and also strive to live life by their design. I am empowering moms who badly want to stay home with their children to run with this opportunity. They are running and are willing to learn. Morgan is a leader on my team and she is doing amazing things. She inspires so many and her posture is incredible. She hit Crystal Executive, the highest leadership rank in our company. She is hitting her goals and is constantly in massive action. I love locking arms with people who are self-motivated and driven. We are going to create a massive team here in Southern Maine. Someday we can expand our team in different countries. I can't wait to celebrate. Universe, as you know, I do a lot of dreaming. Some say I need to be grateful for what I have and stop dreaming, to live in the moment. I just don't know how to stop dreaming. Please try to make them understand. Thank you for always listening to me. I am sitting in our brand new house writing this letter. Thank you for providing me the means to build this house. I am looking out the window, watching the deer roaming our yard. I can hear the birds chirping. In this moment, I do feel completely content, but have a lot of worries about money. I can't wait until every day starts with a peaceful morning. To be free of debt and free of the hamster wheel will be so relieving. Dan and I will get to decide how we want to spend our days. We will both be rested and healthy. By this time, we will be ready to start a family. We dream of having a big family. We are so excited to become parents. I'm going to tell you what I see when I close my eyes and my imagination wanders. Thank you for listening. I am holding our beautiful new baby girl on my chest, singing her a lullaby as she peacefully falls asleep. In that moment, the world stops spinning and I feel perfectly content. I never have to leave her during these precious moments. She needs me and I'm here for her. She's growing so fast, and I see her every milestone. Her personality is coming out. I really hope when she gets older, she dreams, has goals, and inspires people. June and I believe in a healthy marriage and life balance, so we are heading to St. Lucia for a week while Grandma stays with the baby. We spend time together, enriching our marriage, dreaming together, and renewing our souls. I love how my mom is retired, is healthy, and is involved. I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for the Isagenix opportunity and how it allows us to travel and see the world. I'm so grateful we can donate money to the organizations that we believe in. I hope to start a rescue dog organization someday. For right now, I'm just relieved to be living debt-free and never miss a moment with our kids. 50 acres is for sale in Wells, Maine, our favorite town. We have the money to purchase it cash. It has a beautiful big shaded tree that we can sit together under as a family. Our dream of building a farmhouse with a wraparound porch and a barn is finally coming true. By this time, we have 4 beautiful children, and they are so excited for the farm. They're all into sports, but their most favorite activity is tending to the farm animals and picking the fruits and veggies in the garden. The kids love to help me cook every day with food from the homemade garden. My mom has her own tiny house on the property. She loves it. My flower garden is flourishing, and my mom loves to help with the garden. We have a campfire every night where we roast marshmallows and sing our favorite songs. We watch the sunset from the farmer's porch and talk about our day. Dan loves to play soccer in the yard with the kids. I love to see them laugh and have fun. My family's finally starting to see why I wanted this freedom life. They see my true happiness. Thank God I never gave up. My team is exploding both in the US and Australia. I have so many leaders, and I'm about to be announced number 300 millionaire. I can't wait to spill into the crowd of 30,000 people at Celebration. I am not even nervous. I can't wait to tell my story. I've never had so much fun building my business. Everyone is catching the vision. Morgan lives the freedom lifestyle too. We are preparing to travel the US, stopping at different cities to present this opportunity. Our hard work is finally paying off. Thank you, universe, for listening. I know you will always provide if I'm clear to you on what I want. That's it.
Yeah.
That was so long.
That's okay. You have, girl, you are a dreamer, and I am just blown away. Okay, so could y'all like visualize that? I'm totally on the farm with you, Amy. Like, I'm there. The tree, exactly, Stephanie. Okay, so my only feedback is there were times where you changed like the tense that you're in. So sometimes you were like wanting things or hoping for versus like already having. So when we're speaking to the universe, we want to speak in gratitude that we already have it, that we've already received it, and we're so grateful for it. So I would just go back and clean it up. Like, I wouldn't tell the universe that we're worried about money, right? Like, just take that out and just say you're grateful that you live a debt-free life, right? And go ahead and be in gratitude for what you are receiving. But oh my gosh, girl, like, your dreams are incredible. So one other coaching thing, and I did this with Morgan. So if I were to ask you right now, what do you worry about? Like, what is your, like, you look at all these dreams, you're a dreamer, you feel it, you see other people accomplishing it, but inside, like, what do you worry about the most, and what are you most afraid of?
I would say, like, the ability to be like a massive leader. Like, having a huge team kind of scares me.
Okay.
And like, I don't know how I would organize be able to lead all those people and have it duplicate and have people, I don't know. That's probably the scariest thing for me right now.
Okay, awesome. So I would make sure that you address that in your letter in a reframe. So I would make sure that you say something along the lines of, I am so grateful, universe, that you have provided the tools for me to be able to lead a massive team.
Okay.
Right? And make sure that you're addressing that, because the things that we tend to worry about are the things that we tend to turn away from because we worry about them, right? So we think we can ignore them or just pretend like they're not there. So make sure you're addressing the universe and letting the universe know that you're open to receiving help in that area so that it can present it to you, rather than, because if you don't, then it's not going to provide it to you. It's going to provide you these other things, and then you're going to be given this team and you're not going to be equipped for it, right? So I would make sure that all of y'all think about that. Like, think about what is your biggest worry and reframe that in your letter as a positive, and how the universe can help you provide, so that when you're given that, you're ready to handle it. All right. But that's it. I mean, I'm like so blown away by your details, and I love the more details, the better, because it gives you that visual and it gives you that tangible thing to hold on to.
Thank you.
Right. Cool. Thanks for sharing, Amy.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Does Kendall still want to share? She went away for a minute. I don't know if she's still there. There you are, beauty. Hi.
Oh, let me get her unmuted. Let's see. Oh, no, I think you're unmuted.
Should I just dive in?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I actually really love this exercise too, and probably more than anything else we've done as a team. It really kind of forced me to get really real and just crystal clear with, we always talk about like, make it so specific and real to what you want to manifest in your life. And it was just really exciting to really kind of I turned off the phone, like took away all the distractions, and really just got really focused and checked in with myself and said, hey, like, what am I doing? Where am I going with this? And how exciting it is just to dream together as a team. So I love this activity, and it's kind of really in alignment with what I'm focusing on right now. Like, there's so many people on our team that are seriously impressing me, like really getting into action and, doing the do. I've been working, like they've been doing like the hard work, and I've been doing the heart work. And what I mean by that is just really kind of reconnecting back to my why. Like, why did I start? Kind of realigning myself with why I even set out on this opportunity, and all the big promises that I know are going to come to pass through this vehicle. So it's just really exciting just to kind of get quiet and just to kind of have this time with myself, as cheesy as that sounds. So with that, I took a little bit of a different spin than Amy's. I loved Amy's. Mine was just a little bit, I did speak mostly in the present tense as if these promises already came to pass. So hopefully that's what the goal was. I'm not sure. But I'm just going to dive in and we'll totally go from there. So here goes. Dear universe, the leaders I am rising up in my team are men and women who are nothing short of passion on fire, with a hunger in their bellies for so much more. I can't believe I have this amazing grassroots team in Charlotte, where I can love on them, pour into them, meet with them for morning coffee meetings so that we can dream bigger and go farther together. We have in-home events every week, and our team is growing like wildfire. I love being able to walk with them the many exciting seasons of this business, where a company literally pays us to love ourselves. I am so over the moon just knowing that they don't need me to remind them daily why they started, but they're running like crazy towards their dreams as if their lives depended on it. And it's infectious. They are perfect students. They listen when I coach them. They execute when I set a goal for our ever-growing team. They don't let the no's dim the light of their why. And now they're duplicating beautifully with teams of their own, all because I went first and I opened my mind to what this opportunity could be. They don't need me to fan their flame. They just stay motivated because they know the promise of this opportunity, and that's what keeps them running. I'm getting goosebumps. Okay. More than my business partners, they are the friends I've prayed for, and I love that I get to pursue this vehicle to freedom living alongside them. It feels so good to finally have people pour back into me, lifting me up and inspiring me with the encouragement and praise I've always wanted. I feel so appreciated and loved on my team. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. I'm so inspired by my business builders and my teammates, and just blown away with how they're showing up day in and day out. So much so that I can hardly sleep. I'm so glad that I no longer have to spend every ounce of my energy just convincing people why or how they should pursue this business. I don't drag people anymore. I simply bless and release. And the ease that has come with that simple shift has freed me up to bless so many more people. My energy is just simply too precious to waste on those who don't see what we have. I know that there are so many people suffering that are praying for the solution, that want what we have. And it's up to me to have that energy to attract them into my life. I'm no longer attached to the outcome of whether or not someone signs up for a value pack or even signs up for a 30-day, or even if a business builder quits on me. You know why? Because I know now that I will never, ever have to chase what is already in alignment with my heart, my goals, my passion, my dreams. My people will show up for me. What really excites me today is the day that I tell my boss that I will no longer be coming back to work tomorrow, as I have found something that truly fulfills me and every ounce of my soul. This moment is pure bliss, and I've dreamed of this moment exactly how it's going to go, word for word. So sorry, Rod, but I got to go, because I got bigger dreams to pursue. Retiring myself to work this ISO life full time was my first goal. And so now that I've accomplished that, I'm actually working closely to bringing my mom home from her corporate job in Bank of America. Hang tight 1 second. Brady's not living this moment. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think he's good. Okay, so where did I leave off? I celebrate, but until that happens, I celebrate every little victory, every tiny milestone. My goals are tripling by the second, it seems like, and I can't believe this all started with me. I am so thankful I didn't quit when the things got really hard. My life is blissed out and filled with people who empower me and embrace me. I love helping people to realize their many gifts and skills and showing them how to truly step into all of their power. So when it comes to my health universe, it's better than it's ever been before, so thank you. I love that I have repaired my relationship with food, and I now eat to live and not live to eat. I'm also so proud of myself for making a huge mindset shift with working out. I no longer exercise to punish myself over that awesome chicken fettuccine Alfredo I had last night for dinner, but instead I see it as a reward for my body. I love my body, I honor this body, and I move it every chance I get. I love the skin I'm in, and Isagenix is the reason for the health revolution in my life. So forever grateful. I am so thrilled that the money is now something I love to talk about. I have so much posture and confidence when speaking into our compensation plan and breathing life into their dreams with this opportunity. It no longer feels weird or inauthentic to get paid for when I'm introducing someone to Isagenix like it did in the beginning. Money is just simply an energy exchange, and there's nothing weird or slimy about that. I love paying it forward and blessing my team for the amazing work they're doing. I treat them to cruises, all expensive paid trips, to spa days. We do so much team building together. And I love treating them to our amazing events and just showing them love whenever they hit a major milestone in their business. Money allows me to celebrate my team. I love spoiling them any chance I get. I also love the freedom money creates in my life. I'm no longer working towards someone else's dream for a company that is just not in alignment with my passion and my purpose. The less I worry and stress about money, the more it seems to show up in my life. I am a money magnet, and I'm a consultant creating machine. The more money I make, the more impact I create, and the more people I can touch. What's not to love about that? I also love that I finally found my soulmate. This might be one of my greatest accomplishments, if not the most fulfilling. Once I knew how worthy I was of a true, deep, unconditional love, my heart was open, and universe, you listened. You brought him straight to me. I've only ever dreamed of a love this life-giving, and I'm so grateful to you for bringing him to my life. He is tall with dark brown hair and the sweetest blue eyes, and we love challenging each other to be better, to push farther, to climb higher, and to love harder each and every day. This is hands down the most excited I've ever been, and our journey together has only just begun. I love how kind this man is. He's so supportive, he's romantic, he's loving, he's considerate, he's ambitious, he's generous, and just how godly he is as a person. I feel like he is the first man in my whole life that really sees me, who sees Kendall. He has a servant heart and loves sharing his gifts with the world. I am just so thankful that he caught the vision of this opportunity with me and stands in conviction for where this company is going and the life it will provide us and our future children. Every day is a new adventure, and I love how much our bellies hurt from those deep belly laughs, and I've never experienced that kind of fun and playfulness with anyone in my life. Every day is brand new. He's my best friend, and I know there's nothing he wouldn't do for me. How lucky am I? My life is in complete unity with all my hopes and dreams, and I can't wait to see what blessing comes next. Today is going to be an amazing day. I can just feel it.
Oh my gosh, girl.
That was good. That was amazing.
So good.
It was long. It was long. Me and Amy's, I think we got really into it, which is, I think, a good thing.
Yeah, which I love. And what I may actually challenge both of you to do is to actually go back and maybe condense it a little bit, only because the idea now is that you're going to read this aloud to yourself every day.
Agreed.
And, you know, we all busy, right? So really, but like your first draft is a first draft, right? And there's so much power in it. Now go back and really condense it and say, what is the most powerful thing in here to me and what really stands out?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, Kendall, I'll ask you the same question. You know, what is your most immediate fear or worry right now in pursuing what you're talking about here in any of those categories?
It's like, it's so weird when you ask me that question. It's like I know in my heart, like deep down to my very core, that this is going to be my reality, that I am going to be retiring myself and building this ISO life full time. Like I have no doubt in that, but what's not, where the disconnect happens is like, I guess I just don't know like when my people are going to show up. You know what I mean? Like the people that really want this with every fiber of their being, that it won't, like nothing will, like I said in my letter, like nothing's going to deter them. Nothing's going to dim their light. Like they just keep pushing forward like I've always been. I always say like, you know, you got to find your one, right? And you just run with your one. Renee was Elizabeth's, Andrea, you were Amanda's, right? And you've had Elisa. And so I'm really excited because Jess, I think, is my person. She's like caught the vision and she's on the call tonight, I believe, unless I totally scared her away with it.
Girl, and she's rooting.
No pressure, Jess. No pressure.
So
are you ready to be my one? No, I mean, I guess it's just like, I guess I'm just really, I pray over it and I think about it all the time, but I'm just like wondering like, when is it going to really like start like picking up, I guess. I just want to know that people show up for me.
So your reframe for that, or something you want to make sure that you do include in your letter,
Mm-hmm.
is, you know, that gratitude of, you know, thank you, universe, for making sure that I was paying attention when this woman most likely was presented to me.
Mm-hmm.
And just having gratitude for that, and just be really specific in that. And then yeah, like I said, just condense it, because you want to be able to read it aloud to yourself every day.
It's like 5 pages on my bathroom, like near.
That might take a little time, you know, maybe laminate it, put it in the shower. But yeah, I loved it. I mean, it was so beautiful. And just like Amy's, it's so detailed, and I love that. And you guys are dreaming big, and that's what this is all about. And gosh, as soon as we stop doing that, that's when life gets really boring. So don't ever stop that, you know, and you guys know your colors. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of each of you. And guys, if you haven't done it yet, hopefully this inspires you to do it, to get excited about doing it, and know that it's yours, and you have the powers to manifest whatever you desire. So good job. I think we're good there. Amanda, you want to finish us up?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys did so great, Amy and Kendall. I loved hearing your letters, and I loved the creativity piece. You know, it's so cool what happens when you just sit down and, like you said, Kendall, put your phone up and just take away the distractions and think about what you want. And I feel like we don't do that a lot as individuals. We don't just put a pause on it and really think about what we want. So going back to Andrea's document that she put up there that helps you brainstorm, for anyone that hasn't written their letter to the universe, go back and look at that, because that is a really good starting point. I know I said that at the beginning, but we're going to close up soon. This was awesome. Something that I saw actually while I was getting my hair highlighted today, and I thought it was so cool for me to share with you guys. I don't know if you guys know Sarah Blakely, who is the CEO of Spanx. Her husband, Jesse Blakely, is, I had no idea, he's like a motivational speaker to an extent, and he puts on a lot of workshops, and they live here in Atlanta, so I feel like we're like were like this, you know? They actually live like really close to me. And I stalk them on the reg. No, I'm just kidding. But no, this guy's really cool. And as we've written our letters, or we're writing our letters to the universe, and we're saying all these amazing things that we want in our business, you know, what we're attracting and the money that we're earning and the security that we're feeling. The biggest thing that I think about is, how are you going to show up to make sure those things happen? And each of you. And it's going to be hard to have those things happen in your life and your business if you yourself aren't showing up and being consistent. And Jesse has this really cool, it's 15 strategies. He calls it to build the machine. And essentially what he means by that is the won't stop mentality. And so what I want to see from you guys that are so worthy of massive success is, I want to see you guys own it. And I want to see you guys step into a place of incredible posture and incredible consistency and incredible self-belief. Because I believe that when that happens and you read those letters every day, you guys, I get goosebumps thinking about it. When Peter Kelly rolled this exercise out at Celebration 2 years ago, I think it was, all of those things came to fruition. When Andrea read her letter, like a lot of those things have come into fruition. You know, it's amazing what happens when you read it every day, but you're also putting forth the consistency, right? So how do you have the won't stop mentality? He said it's a deep-rooted mindset that no matter what obstacles are thrown at you, you will keep going. It's an unwavering ability to see things to fruition. I believe, this is what he says, which I love, I believe it's teachable and acquirable. So you don't have to be born with this ability. You guys can learn it. You guys are all capable of it. So I'll be quick, but the strategies, the 15 strategies, one is you have to really, really want it. He says you can't just say you want it. You have to have a deep burning desire to want to achieve your goals. And that's like what Kendall said, of really going back to your why. And if you're at a point where you're like, oh, I don't know, then you need to go back and really sit still without the phone and think about what more income would do to your life. What a big team would do to your life. What would that give to you? What does that feel like? And that's the letter should help with that. So hopefully everyone here that's written their letters, that's sort of easy. You do want it because you've gotten your words on paper, right? The second is respect the process. And I want you guys to really hear that. So a lot of you have admittedly not been consistent, and you have to adjust your expectations. And with that, you have to trust the process. And so as you are being more consistent, right, we talked about this when we kind of started going back to our calls, you're having fun with this process, right? He says passion is often misinterpreted. The passion isn't necessarily around your product or your goal. It's around the journey to achieve that goal. The good and the bad are all a part of the process. That's what you signed up for. Guys, you're gonna have people that drop out. You're gonna have people that are so gung-ho, and then all of a sudden they just completely disappear. And you know what? We respect that, and that's okay. And the more consistent you are, the more you have that self-belief, guess what? Those people that Kendall's gonna get in her business will come because her posture will not change. Andrea and I, we've had so many people return their product, think it's a diet, give up, tell us that they're running with us to the top, they're gonna kill this business. I have seen more people go than I've seen stay. Now I have a team of 11,000. Guys, if I would have given up after the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth person return their product or said they didn't want to do this, I wouldn't be earning millionaire this year. And I know I'm going to. But you have to have that belief in check. So respect the process. And then make yourself proud as the third one. So strive to be the best version of you. Do something every day that makes you proud. And guys, that's why we're doing these exercises. We're doing something. I don't know about you guys, but writing that letter to the universe, were you guys proud of yourselves? Like, I felt really good about myself. And like Elisa, I had done a vision board. I'm looking at what I did like 3 years ago. I keep all my vision boards. It's really cool for me. I love it. But at the same time, I don't feel as connected to my vision board as I feel connected to this letter. And I'm really proud. And I'm really proud of myself. And I've been really proud of myself even before I made $200 with Isagenix. So you got to be proud of yourself. Strive to be the best. Do something every day that makes you proud. It builds momentum and helps you overcome hurdles. So guys, as unnerving as it is when Amy Farron will say it. She said, it's so scary for me to speak on calls. And what did she do? She spoke 2 weeks ago, and what did she do? She was one of the first people who said, I'll read my letters to the universe. Do you think Amy's proud of herself? Do you think she should be? If she's not, she's nodding because she's proud of herself. So guys, make yourself proud. If someone, and I had someone ask this question, Emily Vermeer, she's not even on this call, but someone said, how do you approach someone who has a lot of networks about this? I don't know. You stand tall in your posture and say, I have an incredible opportunity. You've always impressed me. Are you ever open to income opportunities? You carry your posture with you. You have those conversations about where you're going. You don't need to be a six-figure income earner to talk about where you're going with this company, right? So you're proud. 5 is build the machine. You are the machine. Everything you do, every action can help build a better machine. Allow yourself to recognize when you do things that strengthen the machine. So, right, I mean, that's like eating well. It's having your shake or 2 shakes a day. It's cleansing. It's doing those things that nourish our bodies. We have the tools for that. The 6 is remember tomorrow. When you have a split decision to make, think of how that decision will make you feel tomorrow, right? I love that one. Think of how good you'll feel the next day. And then the 7th is flip it to excitement. Flip I have to I get to, right? Goals are not chores. They're privileges. They're privileges. So make the process fun and positive. You guys, this is fun. We're going after our goals together. We have such great support. We have such great harmony in our team. Have fun with it. The 8th is stay in the game long enough for luck to find you. And that's sort of when I said be consistent. The more consistent you are, the more you hold that posture, the more goodness will come your way. So most people are willing to go the same 95% of the way. The last 5% is the weed out phase. That's the difference maker. Many times good things are right around the corner when you hit the rough times. Stay in the game. We are the 5%. Everybody on this call right now. I see people that have participated weekly in this accountability exercise, and I've seen a lot of people weed out. Who I'm seeing on this call tonight, you guys have shown up. Keep showing up. Do not let the rough patches, do not let the people that give up get to you. All right? The 9th, and I'm almost done, is channel something. When you want to stop, pull inspiration from somewhere to keep you going. It can be anger, love, my voice, your kids, etc. Have 3 or 4 of these emotions and rotate them. 10th is do one more. When you want to quit, do one more. When you want to send a follow-up message and you sent one, do one more. When you're supposed to send 5 messages for the accountability exercise, do one more. Create an environment in your head that you always go the extra yard. Imagine if you sent that 1 extra sales email every day. That would be 365 additional emails over the course of a year just by doing 1 more every day. 11, be where your feet are. Don't worry about all the things you have to do forward. Focus on the task in front of you. 12 is chip away. No matter how big the tasks ahead of you look, keep chipping away and making progress. No 0 days. Okay? I see a lot of people say, I just needed a break. I've never taken a real break. I've never taken a real break. I've always done just a little bit. So think about if you're taking a break, what's going to happen to your business. When I say I haven't taken a break, you guys know what I mean. Yes, I go on vacation. Yes, I shut it down. At the same time, I'm always thinking about my business. Then 13 is your starter switch. Create a ritual that sends a signal to your brain that it's time to rise to the occasion. Over time, you will train your brain to react accordingly. And then 2 more. I love this one. Build grit. Grit is the #1 indicator of future success. You build the grit muscle by doing things you don't want to do. You guys, there's there's been so many times Jessica Johnson's like, hey, will you lead this call? Will you, I mean, I'll be honest, you guys, I don't love leading our morning calls, but we do it because you know why? I love serving people. And after I do it, I feel so proud of myself. I feel so good about myself. I get nervous doing these calls, but I always feel so good. The last is check the box and move on. Celebrate your wins briefly and move on. Go to the next goal on your list and get after it. When you hit director, you keep running to executive, right? When you created your first consultant, you sprint to create your next consultant. The more comfortable you get when you meet a goal, the more you're going to figure out you're going to start losing consultants. So momentum works, you guys. So I love these. I wanted to share them. I thought they were perfect to share with you guys tonight. And our last assignment is going to be next week. It's going to be our last accountability exercise. And then we're going to keep, of course, doing our training calls, like I said in the beginning. This next one's going to be, a lot of you have listened to it, and I want you to listen to it again because I think it's nice to be fresh. But it's the call I did on the retention, on how to retain customers and how to create customers into product shares. So essentially, how to create a business of duplication. Okay? And so I see a lot of people say, I'm not cycling as much as I want. And I always think to myself, and I'll say to them, is how are you speaking to your customers? Are you letting them know you should get accountability buddies to offset their price and have that support? Are you letting them know there's a massive income opportunity? Are you reaching out to people about this amazing financial opportunity? How are you walking through their 30-day journey with them? There are a lot of awesome things that will help create retention, which will help create residual income, which will get you closer to your goals, right? So our call next week is going to really be focusing on creating consultants, how to have a business of duplication. But I want to start it with you guys listening to the retention call. I'll post after this call. And then the second thing is easy. I want you guys all to pick a product that you want to highlight to your current customers. I don't care if they're inactive, current or inactive customers, pick a product. So for me, I recently told everyone about daily cleansing. You guys know I've talked about this before. I so love to do morning and nightly cleansing. I've seen someone one of my customers lost 10 pounds doing it, but not doing cleanse days. So like, that's my thing. I've told all my customers, I have so many people, I have over 20 people right now doing daily cleansing also on top of their deep cleanse days. So maybe it's a sleep spray. Maybe it's just something comes in a 30-day system. Think of a product. Maybe it's an opportunity for you to explore a new product. Maybe you have not enrolled one person. I challenge you to purchase a product you've never used and get excited about so you can speak about that with your future customers. So does that sound good to you guys? Does that make sense? Did you guys like the letters and everything with this call? I thought it was so good. So I think that's about it. There were a couple different questions, but it's the line's already wrapping up. I'm going to end. But one of the questions I want to ask, because 2 or 3 people had the same question, then we'll wrap up, was how do you know where to enroll somebody? And the first thing I want to say is, you guys, this is a very individualized question because everyone's business center is different, okay? So I will say that the best way to really kind of strategize is to work with whomever enrolled you or whomever is the most engaged in your upline. But essentially, this is what I tell folks, to put 2 on their team leg, 1 on their focus leg, 2 on their team leg, 1 on their focus leg. And what you want to always remember, okay, is you need to have at least 1 person that's active or ordering 100 BV on your team leg, 1 on your focus leg. So you need 1 on your right and 1 on your left, ordering 100 BV or more, so you can maintain consultant, okay? So you need to always have that so you can maintain consultant, which is how you are eligible for residual income. It's how you benefit from their reorders. It's how you benefit when they enroll somebody. And it's the platform of earning residual income, right? So, so ultimately, we're all here. Hopefully, everyone here wants to earn executive status. And that is the top of the rank with Isagenix. And that means you have 10 consultants. That is the goal. You want to get to executive because when you get to executive, you are making a lot of residual income. Your team is duplicating, but you also earn on top of everything else you earn 10% of what your consultants cycle weekly. So guys, it's really fun when you're paid as an executive and you have 10 consultants. Everyone's goal should be to get there. Morgan Shaw isn't paid. She's paid as a consultant. And that's why I'm going to ask her, she doesn't know this, but Amy Farron also asked if she could do it tonight, but she's not even on the call, which is perfect. This worked out well because we don't have time for her to share. Anyway, how did she create consultants? We were going to get how did she hit executive? We're going to have her share. But guys, so I'm telling you this because when you hit executive, you need to make sure you have 5 consultants on one side and 5 consultants on the left. That's the only time it matters what side your consultants are on. So that's why you want to be cognizant of that. You want to be strategic in who you enroll, meaning maybe you have 4 consultants on one side and 1 consultant on the other. Okay, so let's think about this. Maybe you'll want to kind of strategize, and your next person you think has a lot of potential to share, you put on that side. So it's a balancing act, right? Maybe, and as you guys may have seen in your back office or your IsaPulse app, it will tell you how much BB is needed to cycle, right? It'll tell you that. So maybe you're at a point where you're like, oh my gosh, I have 4 cycles. If I enroll this 30-day system on my right leg, and let's pretend that's your team leg, whatever, we're focused leg, then I'm gonna hit 5 cycle bonus. But maybe it goes against the 2 on your team, 1 on your focus strategy. That's okay. If you want to hit that 5 cycle bonus, you should put them on that leg so you can hit that 5 cycle bonus. But that's sort of the trend because you need to build out your team leg. You need to make sure you're not just putting everything down one leg because you all want the goal of having your 5 consultants on one leg, your 5 consultants on your other leg. Andrea, do you have anything that I probably should have said that I need that?
No, I was just reading. Amy, are you asking that, Amy, or are you telling that? Looking at your comments.
Paid as executive gets 10% of consultant cycles, meaning
yeah, you never lose your recognition. You lose your paid as status. Stacy, I think you unmuted. You're all
oh wait, I got unmuted again.
Okay. No, I don't think so. I mean, and again, it's super individualized, guys. And that's why it's why it's best if you are not sure to just work with your upline until you start to get it and start to see how it's all working. But yeah, I think you covered it.
And don't feel bad. I mean, you guys, just last year, like Renee, it's okay to go to the person and say, where should I put this person? Until you really can get into a groove of understanding better. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's why I love this team and I love Isagenix is because you don't have to figure anything out by yourself. Right?
It's like Renee. Renee knows everything. So, we just go to Renee.
And
Renee still helps us.
She tells us how to do everything. And she's like a comp plan master. But you may be in a position where your team leg is what has the majority of the volume. And the volume on your team leg is benefiting from your upline and your downline. Your focus leg is the volume is only from people you personally enrolled on that leg. And so you guys all share volume. It's only from you and down, right? So you may have the situation where you have someone who ended up wanting to build a business on your focus leg, and they really need this to work for them. And so you may need to try to help some people. And so meaning your person on your focus leg, you're trying to help them. So you may want to put a little bit more people on your focus leg. It all depends on your situation. And that's why, it's really best to go to whomever enrolled you to really understand what works for you and your business center. But the general rule of thumb is 2 on team, 1 on focus, 2 on team, 1 on focus, but always making sure you at least have 1 active over 100 VB on your right, 1 active 100 VB on your left. That's always something you need to have intact. So I hope that helped. I hope you guys aren't having your head spinning. And I'm going to post our retention video, and let's highlight a product. Share your takeaways with your accountability buddy from the retention video. And then we're going to end the call with the accountability exercises next week, which the sweetest part of all is residual income, retention, and, you know, just doing the damn thing. So I love you guys. This was fun. It was good to see your faces. I hope everyone has a good night. See ya.
Yeah.